Hello and welcome to the WSU Tech public speaking class. My name is Gina Kugler and I am the GVA graduate coach and also the instructor for the public speaking and psychology classes. So the first thing I wanted to make sure you know is how to log in, and you will go to my.wsutech.edu, and then it will prompt you to enter your username and password. Those are found in your Jumpstart account where you filled out your application and chose your classes. There's an external documents tab in that account that has your schedule on it. And then if you scroll down on your schedule on page 2, it will have your login information. So if you cannot find that, let me know, because I have access to see that in your account, and I can let you know your login information. So once you're logged into the account, you're going to click Canvas over on the left-hand side. And then, whoops, that is the psychology class. I almost clicked on the wrong one. You should have public speaking. So you'll click on that. I am going to go ahead and go in and view as a student. This class does start off pretty light. So this first week, I just want to make sure you get comfortable with the course. You can find the resources, get logged in, those kinds of things. So you can check out the information here. Here is the textbook link for when it tells you the chapters to read. Then you will see the course is divided into weekly modules. So our first module is March 23rd to the 27th. There's information about outlining, how to prepare for your first speech, just what our speeches are, and they are what's called extemporaneous, which means you have prepared for them, but they're not completely scripted. So they shouldn't just be read, they shouldn't be totally scripted. You should be prepared to give this speech, but it also should be, natural and not every word prepared. So extemporaneous, you can read about that. Talks about why to outline. So before each speech, your preparation is going to be to turn in an outline. The outline is very specific, and so I want you to look at the example outlines, but you will script out your introduction and then each of your transition sentences and your conclusion. So those will be completely scripted. So one way to see that is look at the sample Who Am I outline. Your first speech is a Who Am I speech, so it is an introduction about yourself. I am the only one who will see your outline and hear your speech since we are doing this online. So I hope that you will share, it doesn't have to be especially personal, things that you're comfortable sharing, but things that are unique or specific to you, not just really general things. But I wanted you to see the example outline. So you can see the introduction is completely written out. And then for each speech, you will have 3 body paragraphs and have very specific examples. So for example, this person is going to say they're kind, they're curious, and they're patient. And then they are going to give some examples of how they're kind, and then a very specific example. So they say, I go out of my way to help others. Well, what does that look like? So they gave an example of that. Then completely script out the sentence for your transition. So they're transitioning from being kind to being curious. And then same thing, give at least 2 examples of how they're curious, a very specific example of what that looks like. Again, script out the entire transition. Then they go into the 3rd body paragraph, and then the conclusion is also completely scripted out. So write those out completely. Then if you click on the how to prepare for your first speech, it gives you again information that this is extemporaneous. You can use note cards, just do not be reading from the note cards. So don't have your entire speech written out and be reading from it, but you can put some bullet points to help you remember. Your speech should be from 2 to 4 minutes long. I won't always ask for your note cards or grade them, but again, those may help you. Again, it lets you know you're going to have an introduction, 3 main body points, your transitions, and a conclusion. So the other things in Module 1, I always recommend that you click on the Overview Checklist. This is the only place that you will see what chapters to read. There are not any assignments from the chapters, but they are things that may help you with your speech. So you can see here to read chapters 8 and 9, look through the why outline, the sample outlines, watch the videos. There's information about preparing an introduction, some breathing exercises. If you're someone that gets nervous, that might be helpful. Start preparing for the Who Am I speech, and there are video examples of the speech, so I encourage you to watch those. To find the textbook, you see here in Course Resources, there is the textbook information, and then you'll just have to click on it again, and then you can see each chapter. So you find here that chapters 8 and 9, which are for this week, are about organizing and outlining, which makes sense, and then also writing introductions and conclusions. So again, look at all the information on Module 1 for this week. Reach out if you have any questions. Then when you're ready to turn in your outline, you'll see here any place that there is a pen and paper. That's where your assignment is. So outline 1, Who Am I? Due March 27th. You can click on that, and then you can upload your assignment. So typically I would say, type it somewhere else, and then you can upload it. Then you'll hit submit, and I will be able to see it on my end. The one other thing I want to show you is the calendar. So if you click here on the calendar, it will show you when things are due. So again, the course starts out pretty light because I want you to get used to the format and find your way around in the modules. So at the latest, your outline is due on Friday, and then your speech is due on April 3rd, so next Friday. You are more than welcome to turn that in early and work ahead in the course if you choose to. If you have any questions throughout the course, feel free to reach out to me by email, text, or phone call. I am here to help you.